Welcome to the Mid-Morning Show with Kamil. I am your host, Kamil, and today we have a English episode. Oh, after a long time, I have finally decided to record a episode in English, and not just any episode, a mono or a solo episode. Because I have done this before for my Czechoslovakian or Czech-Slovak audience in my native Slovak language. I have recorded a solo episode about a movie. I watched the Gambler with Mark Wahlberg, and the movie got me so excited. Like maybe not excited. I just loved the movie, and I felt like I need to put my thoughts out there. So I just recorded it straight away, and I recorded it in Slovak language. So I couldn't share my thoughts with both of my audiences, the English speaking and the Czech and Slovak, because we understand each other. So today I felt like it is a time to try and record a solo episode. I called in Slovak language. I called it like a mono opera. Maybe it's in English as well. So it's like a single performer on the stage. So that's what I am today. I have no guest. The only guest is me, the host, and I'm the host and the guest at once for this episode. And so I will just talk about my thoughts about in this. Or let's prefix it like this. In this type of episode, like a solo episode, I will just talk about my thoughts on something, something that strongly, had something that had like a strong effect on me, something that I felt like I need to talk about, yeah. And or maybe not that, maybe it doesn't have to always be something life moving, but just something I felt like I want to talk about to you, to my audience, So let's get to point. I have been meaning to record this episode actually for quite some time, as this episode was supposed to be, and it's gonna need to be, about the movie The Veil. It's not a review, it's just the emotional effect it had on me. Yeah, let's just get this out of the way. And I actually saw this movie like 2 months ago, and I was like, oh, next day I'm gonna record a podcast, and I will gonna record it in English, and I will just put my thoughts out. But I just got lazy the next day. Of course, I was like, I don't even know how to construct this solo episode in English. Because when I did it when I did for the movie The Gambler, and I did it in Slovak language, I had problems there. In my native language to speak my thoughts and maybe you can hear it even now that I'm having problems staying on one line and just not stop talking about what I'm talking now, and I'm jumping from point to point. Yeah, I'm sorry, but bear with me. Yeah, this is my first time doing this in English, so it's not gonna be perfect, but I feel like I need to try to put it out and hopefully get some feedback from you guys on how could I improve for the next time, because if I will never try, then I will never know. So anyway, let's get to the topic, the movie The Veil. I you know I didn't even know about this movie basically till the Oscars, because I'm not really following like every movie that's getting released. I go to cinema, of course, but I just go basically if someone invites me, or there is some banger that I know that I want to see, like a sequel to something. But yeah, I don't really go to like a lot of unique new movies, so I didn't know about The Veil. So the Oscars, the Oscars awards came, and I just next day I read about like the who won the best actor and best movie. So the Brendan Fraser won a award for best main actor for movie The Veil. I was like, Brendan Fraser? I mean, I loved Brendan Fraser when I was younger, in movies like the Mummy, the Mummy. I don't even know how to how you say it properly. The Mummy. You know what I mean. You know. So he usually played in like these action flicks, like a comedy, maybe action comedy flicks, and I never took him for a actor that would play like in some serious drama or some philosophical movie. But of course, I wanted to see it, and also the director is known for like this really heavy movies. Darren Aronofsky, the director of The Whale. So I was like, let's give it a chance at home. I with my girl, we watched it, we gave it a try, and yeah. So I will not go through like what this movie is about, because at the end of the day, I don't want to like spoil this movie for anyone who would be interested after hearing my thoughts on it. Yeah, it's because that's what I'm saying. That's what I said at the beginning. This is not gonna be a review of the movie, but more of a uh, emotional review, like what it made me think about after the movie. So this, but I feel like I need to give just as at least a little bit of summary what you can expect. Like this movie is about this main character called Charlie. So he's basically this severely obese guy who is a teacher working from home office. He has a lot of depression, a lot of problems with his with even living, because he can't live like move properly because of his weight, and he is constantly depressed, and he shows this anxiety about everything in his life, and he has some serious mental health problems, and the movie is great at like showing you like how hard his life is and what kind of uh, emotional or baggage he has with him, and it gets uncovered, as the movie goes on. And one of the main characters there are one of the main characters is his daughter, which he is not that close to as he would like to be, because he left her, he divorced his wife, her mother, a long time ago, and he wasn't there for his daughter when she was growing up. But now, when he's older and he has all these health problems and mental problems, he feels like it is a time to whatever time he has left. He wants to meet with his daughter more and show her the love that he always had for her, but somehow didn't know how to show it to her. So I will stop with the summary here, because that's enough of movie story that you need. So basically, imagine this movie is like it is about a man that has severe health problems, mental problems, and he feels like his time is running out, and he wants to make up at least some of the time lost to his closest ones. So in this case, his daughter, because he was the one who ruined their relationship, because he left them, because you can divorce someone. That's what I feel like. You can get divorced, and people split all the time, but you don't have to like forget about your kid, because like, yeah, he said like he was always supporting her financially, so he was sending money to her mother, but he was not caring about her in any other way, like talking, meeting, or doing anything together. So yes, at least he was supporting her financially, but not emotionally, you know. And this got me thinking, because when he's trying, and she uh, she accepts but also doesn't accept it at the same time. like his efforts to start up the relationship between them again. And I this really hit me, especially at the end. By the end of the movie, I have to admit that at the end of the movie, I just started to cry. I like this. I was just crying, and this hit me on personal level because I've been through something similar, or I'm still going through something similar in my life. As we saw him as this actually a bad father, that he, like I said, that he forgot about her once he left his wife and his mother. He left them, started to live his new life with his new partner, and didn't really care about her for years. But at least something changed in his mind, and he wanted to make up to his daughter. And in life, you don't get a lot of second chances in making up something to someone, like a making up a relationship. And this something similar happened to me. As I have like no relationship with my father, and yeah, maybe you didn't expect this for me to get this real with you, but yeah, whatever. I am over most of the things, so I don't have problem talking about it even publicly like this. So I kind of went through same when I was younger. That when my parents divorced, and my father basically left, but he left like completely. So at least this guy, the whale Charlie, he was at least supporting her financially, and at least that is at least some kind of support. It's not the most important support, but it is something. But like my father left, and he didn't support me, not financially or emotionally. So he didn't like contact me anymore. We didn't meet, and he basically disappeared. And it's been like this since. We had like we met over the years here and there and talked, but it always went to shit. Any conversation. So we are not in contact at all. And you know, that's why it hit me on personal level, because uh, I could feel what she felt. His daughter in the movie, how she felt in the situation, and that how hard it was for her uh, to when he tried to make up to her, to he like called her to come and to meet with her, and I saw and I understood that it is hard now, because at the one side you are happy that, let's say, your parent, be it mother or father, who left you, now uh, is back, and it's like showing that it's like that he or she is a new person, and they want to be back in your life and be all that they haven't been before, like supportive, loving, caring, and all that. It is hard for you to accept it, because at one point, like I said, at one side you want to be happy about it, but on the other hand, you can't like just forget what they did to you before, how they how they not cared about you before, and how they behaved you know so it's a tough balance. Do you want to accept this person, and are you ready to trust your mother or father coming back? Because they can come back, be loving, caring, all that, blah blah blah, but there is still a possibility that they can leave you again, and leave you disappointed and hurt again. So that's why it is difficult to just accept someone straight away, you know, when they come back in your life. And maybe we could I'm alone here, but like you can apply this to other relationships as well, like friends. Imagine your friend left you for whatever reason, or a life partner, yeah, and then after 3, 4, 5 years, they suddenly they come back and they want to be with you on the same level you've been before all the shit happened. And you know, it is sometimes impossible to to get back on the same level, because you are, especially if that other person comes and doesn't even like try to explain or to apologize to you, and they feel like, okay, some time has passed, so now everything should be forgotten. Or even if they will apologize to you how they behave to you, are you gonna be ready to accept them straight away? I think not. So this is one of the emotional reactions I had to this movie and to this movie story and the ending, you know. But what I feel actually made me cry is, or made me emotional, is that he, the way he tried uh, to show her love again was by constantly talking to her about how amazing she is. His daughter. So I'm talking now about Charlie, the whale, and his daughter. Yeah. So he was just every time she came, and he was helping her with her homework, like writing an essay at school. And she wrote an essay, and he was like, "Oh my God, you are actually so talented." And he was like, "You are great. You are amazing." And not just "I love you," because you know, loving and caring is not about just saying "I love you" or "I like you." And that's what got me, because I felt like at that moment that even before my father uh, left me, I can't really remember a time when even when my parents were together, that he like said something. Okay, I was a young teenager, so I didn't really achieve anything amazing in my life yet. But I don't remember him ever being like, "Oh, you know, you are amazing," just for some stupid things like make writing a nice essay, or like a passing some exam on good grade, or or being getting a how you say getting like a nice words from your teacher for your homework, some congratulations. Nothing. I don't remember him ever being like that, even when he was like in my life. And that's what also hit me, but I never thought about this, that I am actually missing this parental approval, let's say, that your parent, father or mother, will tell you like, yeah, you are great, and I'm proud of who you are and what you have achieved. It would be nice to hear something like that. And that's why I cried, because I knew that at that moment that there is a nearly a zero chance that I will ever hear this from my father. And yeah, that's what that's sad. That's sad. Then it also made me think about my mother, who is still in my life. She never left me. She always cared for me, but she also wasn't. Maybe it's because of of who they are as people, as human beings, that they both of my parents, that they never had this in them, like to be this supportive. like my mother, she will say like she will show her emotions to me, like she loves me and things like that, but not like but I'm struggling to think about moment that she was when I did something right, like I don't know at school or I got or at work, that she will be really that supportive as was Charlie in the movie, you know, because yes, of course she would. She congratulated me and was proud of me when I, for example, did my degree. When I finished university. But I think after this movie, I feel like your parents should also make you feel proud and like show that they are proud of you, even for small achievements, even for small things that you achieve in your life, throughout your life, from school, like from teenager years to like when you are adult. I think you still need to hear something like that from time to time from your parents, because it hits a different way if it's when like a sign of approval is coming from your parents, because for some time in your life those are the people you are looking up to on how you should behave on and what kind of person you should be. And after that, of course, when you get older, you are the you are the person solely responsible for what kind of a human being you are, so yeah, this is, I guess, I don't know if it's like a revelation, but this is what I had to go through in my life, with especially with my father. So I was like I felt like I am that daughter in the movie. That's me, you know. And but she at least got something from her father at the end, some acknowledgement and some true love. And but you know, don't be sad for me, please. I am. It's not something I think about like every day, or because it's been years now that my relationship with my father fall apart. So I'm not really thinking about it that let's say at all. You know, that's why I was also surprised when this movie like unlocked, I guess, some hidden feelings in me that I tuck away. That I don't think about, because I'm now after seeing this movie, I'm sure there are some things still in my mind somewhere that can be activated by emotional reaction from, for example, like this movie that will make me cry. But I am adult now and I have to, get on with my life and keep it pushing. So I can't really just sit around and cry about something that happened years ago and there's basically no way to repair it, because it cannot come from my initiative. Maybe my father will contact me again, maybe he will come around, but it's up to him. And because I cannot affect what he is doing, and I cannot of course force on him to come back and love me and be sharing and caring and saying nice things to me, because that's not gonna be real, right? So that's why I'm not gonna be sitting around and being sad about this, because it doesn't make sense, because it's more likely that he doesn't care at all. So why should I care? Yeah. So that's the dynamic I see in this kind of is it this kind of like strained relationships, situation. I would like to also touch on the completely polar polar opposite of a reaction from my girl when we were watching this movie. Like, she liked the movie, yeah, but she was not crying at the end, because she she had completely different life with her parents. As I don't want to go into detail, but no relationship is perfect. Yeah, but she didn't have to go through something like I had to go through, or people like me had to go through. When your parents not just divorced, but one of your parents just stops caring. So it was like interesting to see this because we came from two different, completely different upbringings, and this movie showed it like that. For her, it was just a good movie, but for me, it was a good movie and also a emotional roller coaster inside of me, and that's why I felt that I want to record a episode about this, to just talk about my raw feelings on this. So now, after some time of watching this movie and going through this like small emotional breakdown phase, I'm thinking like, where should I go from now? And I think I will just continue on how I'm being living till now. But like I explained, that this is I cannot really affect or control my father and or my parents, so I cannot really, like I said, uh, make a difference now as an adult. It must be up to them if they ever feel like they want to uh, be a better person to me, or more specifically my father. So and I think, like I said before, you can apply this to other types of relationships. That if someone disappoints you, but they will never show that remorse, they will never show like after some time that they are sorry and they will want to apologize to you, then you should stop caring about them. Forget about them, and don't think about these people as being part of your life anymore. And if they come back, be really careful, because they can come back, and as I touched on at the beginning of this episode, they can come back, be nice to you, and maybe even apologize. But please don't trust them straight away. They will have to earn your trust, and you have to know your worth. You have to have your own self confidence that you are not some toy that they just can put off for some time and then just come back to and play again with. Don't be a toy. Do know your self-worth. And only keep people in your life. Only keep those people in your life that are worth it, that are giving you something. And don't feed leeches. If someone is a leech, someone is just sucking on you for emotionally or financially, just cut them off. Throw that relationship in a bin. You don't need that, trust me. And even if you mean that you will be alone for some time, it's gonna be worth it at the end, because you will have your inner peace, and you will then find someone new and amazing for you, be it a friend, be it a new partner. Of course, it is a bit more difficult with parents, because you can't really find a new parent. But yeah, you just have to, with parent situation, with parents situation, you will just have to get over it. You just have to get over it, you know. I get on with your life. That's the adult life, you know. There are a lot of things that you just have to forget about. That some things cannot be changed, cannot be edited like a video or like an audio, like a podcast. It cannot be edited. That's the life. Sometimes what's done, what's done, that's done. You know, it is what it is, and just keep pushing for the next day. And this reminds me of this amazing song by Don Carlos, this reggae singer, you know, and he sings something like this: "Tomorrow is another day, as the clock keeps ticking away. Time is so precious, and so I say, da-da-da-da-da." Yeah. It just means that tomorrow is another chance for you and for your life. So don't dwell on people disappointing you for too long. You know, if the relationship can be repaired, that's fine. But if it can't, don't push for it. You know, just restart. And I feel like I could close it here. You know, I said all I wanted to say. I want to apologize for some background sounds, you know, but I cannot really affect my neighbors or people around me. But I still wanted to record this, and I hope you found it enjoyable. It might be a bit short, but it doesn't always have to be about hour long, right? So please give me your feedback. Let me know if you saw this movie, if it had any like emotional reaction on you, or if it like somehow emotionally affected you, or make you think about your life and think about your mental issues that you might have. And let's make it let's make it a discussion in comments or in private message. Of course, reach out to me if you want to talk about something like that. But yeah, thank you for listening, and see you around.